costumes. They're not in normal
I'm asking
costumes.
you because you just said you gonna ask Dick to dress up in the original Robin joint.
Yeah, but I thought that was I was gonna ask Dick if I could dress up in the original Robin joint.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So
But I
everybody's
would like
just
to
wearing
see
regular
him in it.
clothes.
I would like to see him in it as well.
Who?
Dick. In
So
fact,
y'all
like
both. So y'all both gonna dress up in the original Robin costumes, and then what?
I mean, no, all four of us can actually dress up in it, actually. And
Y'all gotta go to like uh I don't know gay clubs in Atlanta. But y'all gotta go to y'all gotta go to a gay club at that point. I feel like your outfits limit what you can do on your birthday at that point.
yeah, yeah, I believe we would have fun. I believe we
Mm-hmm.
would have fun. We go to Bulldogs,
Oh yeah, Bulldogs. That's
even
one.
though that's not the gay club for Dick and Tim. Uh yeah, we go to Bulldogs and have fun.
Okay. All right.
I think we go to Vendor with Dick's credit card
Okay.
and then we can go to Bulldogs. And then we can go home and do
And
stuff.
read y'all Bible.
Sure. Okay. So DeMarcus, I know it's been colder over there in Cali. Um,
Hmm.
have you been using this bike that I see in the background to go to work?
While it's raining? No, absolutely not. I haven't rode this bike in a long time actually. Like
Dang.
in January, my mom sent me her old car. So
Mm.
like around then, I was like making sure I used the bike like at least 2 or 3 times a week because I didn't want to like just be spending money on gas. But like as like the longer I had the car, the more I drove it. And so now
Hmm.
I don't ride the bike at all. I'm trying to get back into it though, but I'll probably wait till it stopped raining because I'm not trying to ride the bike in the rain.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah. Anyway,
remember,
how you doing, Jared? How's your week been? What you been up to?
I mean, I wasn't finished yet.
Oh,
You just kind of
you wasn't finished
steamrolled.
talking about my bike?
No, no. I was about to say, I remember how you said you was not in a bike lane. You was on a sidewalk and somebody was wearing their headphones and you was mad at them because you were in the wrong. So I just have to ask, are you practicing a good bike safety when you are on the bike?
I was about to say I haven't been on a bike, so
Okay.
I typically I'll ride in like the bike lane.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's more convenient to be on the sidewalk because where I'm going is on that side of the street and the bike lane on the other side of the street or whatever. So yeah, most of the time, I mean, I feel like it's just like when I'm driving. Like 90% of the time, I'm practicing safe driving habits. The other 10%, I'm probably speeding.
That's not good, DeMarcus. You need to be safe.
I am safe.
Okay.
If
Um,
you had a math test and you scored 90% on the math test, your teacher would say, you know math. You did this. You do this math.
okay. I don't think that's a good analogy because math is something that you are learning and bike safety is something that you do to keep everybody from getting injured. So that's not a good analogy, but
I think it is because I keep everybody from being injured 90% of the time. And
okay.
everybody should be practicing safety, bike safety and car safety and all this kind of stuff. So that
Yeah.
10% where I'm slacking, somebody else's 90% could
Wow.
cover that. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is not the driving corner, so I'm not going to get too deep in it, but please be safe.
Please don't.
You said how am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing very
Mhm.
good. Um, it's nothing new for me. Still watching BL anime. Been watching
Who?
some. BL, Boys Love Anime.
Oh, Boys Love.
Boy Love
Okay.
Anime. I actually watched one this week because a lot of anime that I watch, it's a lot of crying and it's a lot like I'm starting to get annoyed because I just started this one called
I'm
Banana
annoyed just
Fish.
hearing you say
Yeah,
it.
I just started this one called Banana Fish by Mappa. And
Ooh,
yeah, it's looking to be better. But
that's one
oh
about drugs. I think I've seen some of Banana Fish.
yeah, it's about drugs. But and it has a lot of black people in it. So I'm really interested.
Yeah. I
But
like that. I like the opening because I think like at the end it just be like banana fish.
yeah. But a lot of this BL anime, is very crying. I don't want you to touch me, but y'all been together for 3 years and it's just so
Oh no.
yeah,
We ain't
it's
making it we ain't making it 2 weeks if I can't
is
touch you. I
thank
break the
you.
touch barrier fast when I date. Like that's because like physical touch is one of my love languages, how I
Mm,
show love. I also like to receive it. But like if you're gonna be dicey about me touching you, I don't even why are we here? Like my girl now, when we first started dating, she would always like tense up whenever I touched her.
yeah.
Um, yeah. But we got past it.
So, um, with that being said, I just watched an anime that was
Mm-hmm.
extremely graphic. It was extremely
Mm-hmm.
too graphic. It was like rated NC-17.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the premise is they were, well, he was, well, okay. Just think about it like the first 5 minutes of Goblin Slayer stretch
Uh-huh.
out into 30 minutes, but you get to see everything. It's more graphic and
What anime
it's
is this?
so this anime that I saw is called Goblin Camp, and it's just one person.
Goblin Camp?
Yeah, don't write it down. Do
I'm
not
finna
write
go
this.
watch
No, don't.
it.
No, it's very graphic. It's basically like gay porn. Like there's no talking in it, and it does tell a
Is this hentai,
storyline.
Jared? Are you telling us about hentai? I
Does
didn't think
hentai
this was
have a
that podcast.
storyline?
Yeah. Most of
Oh,
the
okay.
time, hentai has a storyline.
Well, it was just
I
one.
wouldn't
So
know.
it was
I
like a
don't watch that just based on like the articles I've read.
it was just one episode though. So it was very, very graphic. Those
Mm-hmm.
goblins was killing that man. So yeah,
Were they
yeah.
raping them too?
He wasn't consenting at first.
At first, I
Yeah,
mean, I've heard folks say that that's a valid strategy during rape, just like give in.
yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I don't think that he wanted any of that stuff to happen even after he started to like it. No, I just think that his body wasn't responding the way that his mind
They
was
didn't warm him
feeling.
up. They didn't warm him
No,
up. What else
they
been going on? You say okay, so you've been watching Boy Love and rape
yeah.
anime, rape
No.
hentai, rather. Sorry. Um, what else have you been up to? Have you found a new job? How's that going?
Still going strong. Yeah, that's going very strong.
Okay.
I've been going on interviews like every day, but
Oh no. What are some of the interviews you've had?
I interviewed with Grubhub. Had a couple
To
of
do their
interviews.
marketing?
Yeah, had a couple of
Yeah.
interviews for different positions at Microsoft. Like one person on this side of Microsoft and another person on this side of Microsoft. Um,
Are you getting Gordon to do Rex for you?
Gordon doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, you damn right he doesn't work there anymore. But he might know somebody though.
Yeah, well, I
But you don't like to use
haven't.
your network.
No,
So
I do, but I haven't. Um, I haven't. But I can look
mhm,
for some jobs at Microsoft and not Microsoft, but where Gordon is at now and try to see if he can help me out there. But yes,
mhm.
that is how the job hunt is going. Nothing no success yet, but I mean, I'm just going on
But you
2 months
get in
into my
interviews. I feel like that's the first. That is like one of the. That's one of the telltales that you're about to get a job. Like once you start getting interviews, then you
I'm,
start making to that third round a few times, and then next thing you know, you got a job offer.
I mean, I go on 3 interviews a day. I've been going on interviews a day since October,
Golly.
at least. And the worst thing about these job interviews, because I like to ask the job interview when they say the job interviewer, when they send you that email that's like, you weren't selected, I'll be like, okay, can you just tell me the skills that I lacked, um, that got me
You
that
want some
yeah, yeah.
you want
I'd
some
be like, what
feedback.
skills did I lack to not have me move to the next step? These folks don't be answering. No,
Yeah, no.
no. This one person said, like, it was a literal back and forth. She said, well, we don't really answer that question, and it's kind of unprofessional for you to ask. I was like, excuse me? I'm trying to learn
Shut
more
the
about
fuck up. It's not
me.
unprofessional.
Trying to learn about more about me and what I could do better. It's unprofessional for you not to give me that feedback. And I also said, and
Did you
and
say
to
that in
make
the
matters,
email?
yeah, I said it anyway. No, I said it's unprofessional for you not give me that feedback, and it's unprofessional for you not to answer me, because it makes me think that it wasn't nothing with my skills, it was something with my appearance. And I just left it at that.
Mm.
And she didn't respond because
Of
she
course
knows.
she didn't. Like, because now you're being combative.
I don't work there.
You don't, and you had no reason to, I appreciate that though, Jerry. I like that you went in on her ass. But most companies have a policy where they don't give feedback, and what I've heard is that it's a time thing. Like they don't have the time to do it. But since I've been at study, I've been a part of a bunch of interviews, and I'm like, it wouldn't take me nothing to write a couple of sentences
It really
about
wouldn't.
why this person wasn't chosen. And then if you had every person who's interviewing do that, and then had your HR person like correlate those responses and just put them in one email, like just copy and paste the comments. Like it's nothing to give somebody feedback,
No, it's really not. So yeah,
and you're not gonna hire them, so it's not like you got to develop that feedback. You just be like, hey, look, this is what we didn't like. Bye.
exactly.
And then a lot of times, I think they just choose somebody else, And if that's the case, just tell me you offered the position to somebody else. I don't. I
Yeah,
mean, you didn't pick me, so I don't care.
yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, that's how that is going. Um, but yeah, nothing really new there. Um, did I see any good movies today? I mean, this week? I don't think so. But let me put you on to um the Marcus. I'm really loving Traders. You have got to see Traders this year. It's like a reality show lover's dream, but I went and I watched Traders AU and Traders UK. All the traders are good. Basically, in Traders, it's like a werewolf or mafia. Have you played those games?
Huh?
Have you played werewolf
Mafia?
or
I played Mafia. I mean, I haven't played them, but I know of the game Mafia. Yeah,
okay. So
not
it's
the
kind of
board game Mafia,
yeah, not the board
not the
game.
card game. Okay, gotcha.
So it's kind of like mafia where there's, the traders are part of the group and they can't let anybody know. And they not only do they get to kill somebody, but the faithful get to go around and decide, who to kill because they got to try to kill the traders. It is so good. It is such a
And this is
good
a
show.
video game?
No, it's
Oh,
a
it's a
TV show.
show.
Yeah.
And it's a reality TV show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to give it a chance,
I'm not
though.
big on reality TV.
I know, but it's like a game show. It's like a game show where somebody gets, well, two people get eliminated every episode. It's really good. Um, have you seen the Love Is Blind trailer yet? That comes out this week. I mean,
The
next week.
trailer? The
Yes.
new trailer for new season? I haven't seen it yet. Is
Mm,
it Love is Blind in America?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It
Love is
comes
Blind is
out,
the one reality TV show that I really fuck with.
and I
I have
don't
not
know
seen
why.
it, but I will watch it.
That comes out on Valentine's Day. Also, do you remember when we were talking about Doki Doki Literature Club with Hoop?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That game uh is going to be free next week. It's a PC game.
Dope.
But it could be played with any platform. It's not a heavy download, not heavy requirements, but that game is going to be free via the Epic Play Store. So you got
Epic
to,
Play Store.
yeah, yeah. So
How
yeah,
do I how do I how do I get to that on my console?
it's so the Epic Play Store is like a computer thing.
Hmm.
It's not a heavy download.
Hmm.
And this game is not going to be like very graphic intensive, but you
Can
got
I
to play it.
play? I thought you said I could play it on consoles.
Yeah, but it's going to cost money.
All right.
Yeah. That's the only thing. But anyway, the game was like $15 anyway, so I know you got it.
I still have money from the gift card that Lauren gave me. So yes, I do have
Okay.
it. I
Okay.
might fuck with it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
is that it? Can we go ahead go get with the show?
Oh, you don't care how I've been doing for the past week?
Sure. Sure.
No,
Hey,
Jared, if you don't care, just say you care and we can skip it. We can move on.
no, you've been you answered this because I asked you first.
You just asked me about the bike. You didn't ask me how I was doing.
Oh, okay.
And then
How you
tried to
doing?
play me on bike safety. Like you a bike police. Like you a bike traffic officer. Um,
I,
I've been doing pretty good since the weekend at least. Like the week was pretty stressful because I had a lot of work. I finally got through it all, but then found out I had to do a presentation Monday for some stakeholders, so like C levels. Um, so that'll be cool. I've done it before, but they be having like a lot of questions and a lot of feedback, and it'd be like somebody just be like, bro, somebody else do this part. Um, but yeah, yeah, me and my girl been good. Therapy's been going well still, still trying to get my mind right. Um, we went out to a comedy show last night, and it was pretty funny. It's like a little local comedy show called like Don't Tell. Um, yeah, I was falling asleep by the end because I was tired, and I might sound a little
wow.
stuffy because my nose stopped up. It's been, like I said, it's been raining here a lot, so I'm all blocked in my sinuses. So I
So the
apologize.
comics weren't funny?
They were a few of them I had seen before. I saw it was two black comics, and which I hadn't seen. I hadn't seen any black comics with this group yet, so I was really happy about that. Um, One comic was like making fun of us without making fun of us, without calling us out, because he made this one joke was like, he was like, all the couples make some noise, so I made some noise, and my girl didn't say anything. She didn't even clap. And then like later on, he kind of like he brought it back and was like, um, I think he said, make some noise if y'all been having sex. And then I didn't make no noise. And so he was like, what I love about that second joke is that the people, he's like, that couple from the first joke, where only one person was clapping, they make no noise this time.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
I was like, bruh. Yeah, but it's funny. He was funny. The other guy, black guy, was kind of funny. There's a trans woman there who she tells jokes like real fast. Like her whole set, it's like she's speed running it, and it gives me anxiety. And I was like, these jokes are funny, but you're telling them so fast that I cannot invest in it. Like it's like set up punchline, set up punchline. It's like I can't even savor this. Like I want to be in this moment, but you rushing me through it.
Yeah, that's upsetting. But
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it was cool. We had a good time. We ate at this Burmese place. It was pretty good.
Burmese?
Burmese, yes, sir.
Hmm.
Burmese. I played the
Baldur's
game,
Gate.
Baldur's Gate. I played Baldur's Gate. I opened that door that I was telling you about before, that to that barn, and it was
Mhm.
like it was a bugbear fucking an ogre,
Yeah.
Like he was giving it to her, and I was like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, wouldn't that be like throwing a hot dog down a hallway? But maybe
I
not.
mean,
I guess ogres are kind
bugbears aren't so small themselves.
of, but ogre is like 3 times the size of a bugbear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you rescue Halsum, the
Who that
druid?
is?
The druid.
Not yet. Not yet. I just got to the goblin camp
Mhm.
and I went to the door. I was trying to like lie my way through. I was like, the boss called me, and then he was like, no, she didn't. So he was like, you got to put this shit on your face and then go and we'll take you. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'd rather just kill all of y'all. And so I had to fight them. And, and then I couldn't stop the one man from getting to the little drum. So he called some more. Yo, we be struggling, bro. We be struggling.
Yeah. There are so many ways to get into that camp, and you
I
chose to
know.
fight them all.
Yeah. We need the experience, man. Cause my team is like nobody's really pulling their weight like I really want them to.
Mm.
Like except Alistair. Is
Mm-hmm.
that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alistair's pretty good because he when he high when he his attacks don't always hit, but when his sneak attack hit, oh, that man be on.
Mm. Mm. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and what'd you say you was playing as?
I'm a bard.
A
Can
bard.
you multi-class in this game?
Yeah.
Okay, I might do that.
Yeah.
I need some.
A what bard? A human bard?
I think so. Yeah, human bard.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. That is
but
very
anyway,
interesting. That's very interesting. I'm glad you're getting further along. Still a ways off, but I'm glad you're getting further along.
all right. But as y'all know, my name is D Marcus, and the D is for delighted. Welcome to another
Hmm.
episode of Black Geek Energy. Yeah, delighted because I've been feeling pretty good this weekend. I've been having a good time, man. Ever since I clocked out on Friday, I was like, I've been enjoying myself.
Wow.
And I'm joined by my fabulous co-host.
I am Jared, and I don't really appreciate the word fabulous. It's got some homophobic tinges to it. It's kind of cringy. And
Hmm,
welcome to this episode of
hmm,
Black
hmm.
Geek Energy.
I wanna explore that a little bit. Why is fabulous homophobic? Because I remember in college you would say you were fabulous all the time.
I would say that about
So
me.
I can't say you're fabulous, but you can say you're fabulous.
You can say it, DeMarcus. I do not think that you are that homophobic.
That
Um,
homophobic. Why you don't need the qualifier?
I mean, okay. Well, I think you've gotten better since you've been on the West Coast. You're not 100% there yet. But um, yeah, yeah. I said that about myself, and I
Since we're
do
talking about
believe that about myself. But it's kind of
since we
cringy
talk
when it comes from you.
okay. Great. So I can call you fabulous. That's all I need to know. Since we are talking about homosexuals, I found out my flower guy is a
Please not.
homosexual.
You're what?
Flower
What?
guy, the guy I buy flowers from for my
Oh,
girlfriend.
I just thought this was for the wedding that I'm not invited to. Wow. Okay.
Bro. Anyway, happy birthday, Jared, by the way. And yeah, because he's like, oh, are you married? And I was like, nah. And I was like, are you married? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm gay. And I was like, that doesn't mean you can't be married. But yeah. It's Jared's birthday, y'all. Let's clap it up for him. On this episode, blow us up, telling Jared happy birthday. It'll be released a few days from now, but today is his birthday. The day we're doing the recording. Um, yeah, man. How does it feel? I know we're going kind of long, but yeah, how's it feel to
Feels
be
exactly the same.
hold on, let me look at my calendar. I
Let's
don't
not.
remember. I don't always remember the year.
Let's not. Let's go ahead and start this episode of Black Geek Energy.
All right. BGEN. What's happening, my fellow geeks out there? It's a new year. Welcome to 2024. New me, or the same you. You know, however you want to play it this year. Um, I am here to tell y'all that I am in a much better space mentally, and a lot of that is due to getting, I'm not going to say the help I need, but having someone to talk to objectively, like that third party who's just there to give you advice and not really trying to put their own judgment on you, and also like kind of helping you, think through some of your thoughts. Maybe you're an external process, maybe an external processor, maybe not. But you can do all of these things with betterhelp.com. So you can be in the same place I am. You can be in a better place than I am. You can improve the way you think and the way you approach situations just by having someone to talk to about it that is not there to judge you, that is available at the send of a text, that you can switch them out if it's not working. If they're not giving you the advice you need, you can just say, hey, better help, give me someone else, and they'll find you someone else to partner with. Tell you it's an amazing service. And if you tell them we sent you, you're going to get a discount. Because why would we tell you to go if we're not going to hook you up? So go to betterhelp.com/BGEpod and tell them DeMarcus sent you.
All right, everybody. How are y'all doing? Hope you're doing great, because today is going to be a more jovial episode. We're going to talk about
Jovial.
Robin.
It's a good word.
He is the flipping the colorful anesthetic to the horrible Bruce Wayne. We're going to talk about who is our favorite Robin and who is the best Robin and who could, who can go. So let's go ahead. Let's get into this conversation. I'm going to start out with the four main Robins. The four Robins.
Four? I thought it was three main Robins.
There's four.
Oh, you're right. It is four. Okay, bet.
There is four. I'm going to start out with the four main Robins who are always around, who have each gotten their own series. Let's start out with the Alpha, the King Kong, the first main Robin, Mr. Dick. Dick Grayson.
Oh, I was about to say just Dick? Jared, I know it's your birthday, but chill.
Dick Grayson wore my favorite outfit, and he needs no introduction. As the first Robin, he set the standard for all who followed in his footsteps and become the partner of the world's greatest detective.
And ain't he a billionaire now? Don't he got like a good bit of Bruce's money?
Yeah, well, no. Bruce paid Alfred, like a regular employee. But Alfred didn't spend none of that money because he was working for Bruce Wayne.
Right.
So when when Bane killed Alfred left Dick all his money. So Dick is now a billionaire. And then Bruce is now a millionaire.
And Dick Grayson is actually like making change happen in Gotham with his money, right?
Yes.
Like improving people's lives. Yeah. That's why I fuck with Dick, man, because he's like Batman. He's too in his own way. He's too tunnel vision to actually make anything happen. He's like Tylenol, man. He can only soothe the symptoms.
Yeah. Dick Grayson has a history of gymnastics with his mother and father dying in the circus. He's fast, he's witty, and like DeMarcus says, he enjoys making a difference. But as Dick Grayson matured, he grew to disapprove of Batman and the ways he operated, and they split. Dick Grayson remains the strongest, most skilled Robin, in some opinions, but he has grown so much as a character. He has become his own man, taking up the mantle of Nightwing to distance himself from Batman. I'm just gonna move forward, but all the Robins except for Damian have distanced themselves from Bruce Wayne. Nobody really hangs out with him like that.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, you got to grow up and leave the nest at some point. I don't hang out with my parents that often either.
No, I mean, like,
but anyway,
but they all went after Alfred died, they all met in this abandoned bar. All the Robins, all the Batgirls, all the auxiliary characters, and they said, "We don't like you anymore. So we're gonna hang around for Gotham. We're not hanging around for you." And yeah,
So they had an intervention for Batman.
I mean, an intervention is when you try to get somebody better. They had a just coming to Jesus meeting.
I think intervention can also be like, hey, look, we got to cut you off because your
Mm,
behavior is just not acceptable.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
it has continued to be unacceptable in the comic book as well. Like, the last
Like I said,
thing,
tunnel vision, bro.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go into Batman. We're talking about Rollins right now. Um, but yeah, what do you think about Dick Grayson?
I like Dick Grayson. He's one of my favorite Robins. I don't know if he's my absolute favorite, but he's definitely one of my favorite Robins. And for a long time, I used to think every Robin I saw on TV was Dick Grayson, but then I learned differently.
Mm, mm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
Dick
mm-hmm.
Grayson. He's my favorite, the leader of Teen Titans, which is now the supreme superhero team because there's no more Justice League. And
Wow.
yeah, Dick Grayson is the man right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Dope. He's the
n-
new Batman.
yeah, not
Leading a
exactly.
superhero team.
Batman never led. Well, I
He
mean,
led the Justice League.
he was one of the leaders of the Justice League.
He had his time in the chairman seat,
Yeah,
being
and
the
then he tried to
absolute
kill
leader.
all the members of the Justice League. But we're not
Did
talking
he?
about Bruce
You're
Wayne.
not, and you keep bringing him up. Who's the next Robin? Get to the
The
next Robin.
next Robin is Jason Todd. He was the second Robin, perhaps the most tragic of all his proteges,
Oh yeah,
taken on by Batman. Jason would meet the Cape Crusader while trying to steal the wheels off his car, but seeing the poor condition that Jason was in, Bruce took the young boy off the street and turned him into a crime fighter. Jason has a
yeah.
strong argument for being the best Robin, as almost no other Robin fell into the role as easily as he did. You know,
Oh, okay.
Jason ate, breathed, and slept being a Robin. He enjoyed being a part of the team and beating
Sure.
criminals into the pavement. But his biggest flaw was his overconfidence that he thought too much of himself. He
Yeah, he was a
engaged,
little sadistic too, wasn't he?
yeah. He
Like he used to
engaged
beat
the
folks in Batman. He used to be like, "Hey, hey, that's enough, hey,"
yeah,
and just be like, "You want what he's having?"
they often clash because
Justice for Gotham.
yeah, he was, doing a little bit too much. And he engaged the Joker on his own, which
Yeah,
ultimately cost him
mistake.
his life.
One of
Um,
my favorite stories, though.
yeah, years later, Batman's
And you
greatest.
know what? And you know what? I blame the fans when that story came out because
Me too.
the writers at the time put out a poll and said they how the story was going. They was like, "Hey, we can either kill Jason Todd in the story or
Yeah,
not." And
yeah.
everybody voted. Not everybody. There was a split, but the
The
majority
majority.
vote was to kill Jason Todd. So
Yeah,
it's y'all fault.
yeah.
I wasn't. I don't think I was alive then when that happened when that story came out,
No,
or
I
I
don't think
wasn't.
you.
At least I wasn't old enough to vote.
I don't think you were either. But uh, what's funny is that the other half of that story is coming soon when Jason survives. So they're gonna show what the other, if the fans voted yes, they're gonna show that coming up in DC, as part of
Mm-hmm.
the Batman comic. Um, but yeah, Jason Todd returned after he was killed by the Joker as one of Batman's greatest nemesis, the Red Hood. Back from the dead, Jason and Todd would carve a bloody path of vengeance, seeking retribution on Batman for letting him die. Now, I
And
love Jason.
because you like pain. Anyway,
What?
a death in the family is what the story was called when Jason dies. And
Congratulations.
it was Batman number 426 came out
Mm,
in
okay.
1988, so a couple of
Okay,
years
with this
before me.
Wikipedia.
You was alive.
Was that?
Yep,
Okay.
you
Well,
wasn't old enough to vote for it, but you was alive.
all right. Well, maybe.
Yep.
But yeah, this Jason Todd was my favorite
Jared, you're
one.
like almost. Continue, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, Jason Todd is one of my favorite Robins again
Mhm.
because he just his story. He has such a great story of redemption, but he is still so single-mindedly um going after the Joker. And
Mm.
that's
I
where
mean,
I
if you
don't.
killed me, I would commit my life to getting you back.
True,
I
true,
g- I gotta equalize this shit.
true, true. And
I'm all about reciprocity.
as we said, the Joker should have been killed a long, long time ago.
Should have been. But there has
The
been like a bunch of Jokers. So who knows
yeah,
if the Joker that killed him is actually dead or not.
yeah. The next one is Tim Drake. Probably
I think this might be my favorite Robin.
really?
Because Tim
Uh,
Drake's the funny one, ain't he?
he's the one with the most jokes. I would call him funny.
Yeah, he's the funny one.
Yeah. When Tim Drake discovered Batman's true identity of his own age at 9, he made a significant impact in the DC universe that proved his skills as a detective. Tim Drake is the only Robin who applied for the role in an attempt to curb a violent streak the Dark Knight had been on since the death of Jason Todd. Drake
Mm,
had followed Batman's vigilante career from the beginning and wanted nothing more than to be of service. And after some convincing, he earned the title and became the third Robin. Tim has been the most loyal and the most talented Robin, rivaling Dick Grayson and proving more capable than Jason. Tim
mhm,
adopted Batman's focus, determination, and fighting skill and became a somewhat mirror image of Batman himself. Out of
mm,
all of the accolades Tim Drake has accomplished as Robin, the single highest achievement is being dubbed the Young Detective by Ra's al Ghul himself during his time as Red Robin. Tim Drake has
mm.
been by Batman's side in some of the most dangerous adventures and has remained an unwavering ally to him and the rest of the Batman family. And that's true. When I
Yeah.
said that all the Batman have, turned their back, Tim Drake stayed, and I hated that for Tim Drake.
I love that for Tim. Didn't Tim lead the Titans at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Who led the
not
Young
the
Justice
Teen
team?
Titans. He led like the off.
The Young Justice team that he led, didn't he?
Okay. Dick leads the Titans. Tim Drake leads the Teen Titans. So it was a whole nother
Got
team.
you, got you,
Yeah.
got you, got you. Okay, bet. But no, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. And especially since he joined the team to like kind of like chill Batman out. I like that, and he got a lot of jokes. I like a character that can balance the seriousness with some levity. You know.
Tim is the Robin that I like the least, and I should like him. He is the one that is gay in DC. Well, I don't think he's
Mhm.
gay. He's bi in DC.
You don't have to like him just because he's gay.
I mean, but we have that relation. So like I'm always gonna ride for my LGBT brothers and sisters. But
All
um
right.
but yeah, Tim, he's just such a diehard for Batman. Like this hard on has got to go down soon. Cause it just doesn't make any sense how everybody can be like, Batman, you suck. And then Tim is gonna stick there through the thick and thin. And then now, while
And it's I don't think it's
Bruce,
him saying like, "Oh, Batman, you don't suck. I'm stick around." I think it's him saying like, "Hey, Batman, you need somebody here with you to help you out of this or to help you be a better person, and I'll be that person. I'll lend you that aid."
yeah, yeah. When Batman recently in comics, like a couple of months ago, Batman was stuck in different dimensions and Tim Drake ran to help him. More recently, when Catwoman was reforming the criminals through crime, don't ask. Um, Batman shut off the Bat computer so that Batgirl couldn't contact them. And then Tim Drake was the one that was like, "You guys, he's Batman. He has a reason." So, I mean, as annoying as he is, I'm still gonna ride for Tim because he has a good heart. But anyways, child. Let's go to the final main Robin, um, Damian Wayne. He is the actual son of billionaire Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul. For the first 10 years of Damien's life, his existence was kept a secret from Batman while he endured the grueling training of the League of Assassins. Once revealed, Damien joined his father and became the new Robin. Damien's upbringing made him ruthless and cold, completely indifferent to killing. On more than one occasion, he and his father butted heads with Damien. Critis well, when Damien criticized his father for pulling his punches and not eliminating Dreads, thank you. Damien and Batman remained at odds with each other, with Damien going out on his own more than once and disobeying his father.
That's what children do. I'm not so concerned about that. My thing is, how was Damien conceived? Because from what I understand, and I want you to correct me if I have the wrong assumption. Um, I don't think Bruce Wayne was necessarily no, he was drugged and raped, and that's how Talia got this.
You think so?
I feel like that's what happened because he didn't know about this child, and they actively hid it from him. And I know him and Talia had a relationship at one point, but I think he had stopped fucking with her by the time Damien was born.
So I don't, I'm not sure. I think that was before. Okay. The first thing, Batman and Son changes this romance into one of Batman's darkest story. Instead of a love story with him, Talia drugged Batman in order to have sex with him without his consent. The rape was
Boom.
fortunately retconned by Morrison in future comics. So, and
Yeah,
then I have this, the next thing is this Reddit article called Talia did not rape Batman. So it was retcon, but I guess the now. So whether he was raped or not,
so he
because
was
rape
drugged,
is
and
a
I think
bad
that
thing.
makes it a more. I think that makes it a more richer story, and to like take that away, it sort of like I don't know. It mellows it out. It definitely makes it more palatable, but it takes away from some of this like angst, some of that clashing that Batman and Damian have, or Bruce and Damian have, because it's like it's a situation where it's like consent. I didn't even consent to the sex, let alone having the child.
But he has, I mean,
Go
if
ahead and say it,
Talia did
Jared.
that
Go
because
ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, because I
I'm
know you're
trying
gonna
to
say
make
something
sure my
fucked up.
words are right to make sure I'm accurately describing my thoughts. If if that retcon was right, because I didn't read that story. That's before I read comics. If that retcon was that, I mean, if that story was that before the retcon, um, I don't think that it matters to Bruce as much because Bruce still loves that child.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
still
And I
wants
think
that
he
child in
grew
his
to
life.
love Damien. And it's not like, oh, I have a son, I love him immediately. He after he spent the time with him, he grew to love him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's yeah. And then I see here like Talia didn't even birth the baby. She like had him grown in like an artificial womb because she
Yeah.
didn't want to
Oh, I
go
knew
through
that.
the she didn't want to go through a childbirth.
I knew that because Damien had to ruthlessly and brutally kill his brothers in Gotham when they came looking for their brother.
I think
But
I
I
remember that.
like Damien. Damien's my
I think I
favorite.
remember reading that. I like
Even
Damien too. I like Damien because he's ruthless and he gets the job done. Um, but he's not my favorite because he's ruthless.
yeah, yeah.
And
Even
it carries through every part of his personality. It's not like he's ruthless to criminals and nice to everybody else. It's like I'm ruthless with everybody. But
yeah.
then, except his pets, because he has like a bat cow. There's a
Mm,
bat dog. Well, there's always been a bat dog. He has like a
yeah.
bat cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and a bat dragon.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's not like a dragon, it's like a big bat man. I don't know, but he has another and he calls it a dragon. So,
Ah, okay, okay.
um, But yeah, DeMarcus, after reading this consensus of who all these bats are, what's your favorite? And I can give you
My favorite of the mains. My favorite of the mains
yeah, like your favorite from most favorite to least favorite.
of the main Robins.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would have to say Tim Drake is number one. Uh, Dick Grayson,
Okay.
Jason Todd, then Damian.
Okay.
How about you?
Damien is my number one.
Of
Um,
course.
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and then Tim. So we are kind of switched on
Why
our
don't you
first and
like? I
last.
mean, you've already said because he's silly. Um, that's unfair. It's unfair to not like someone because they're just because they want to be they want to have a good time.
No, I don't like him because he wants to have a good time. I don't like Tim. Well, I like Tim. Don't get me wrong. I liked him the least because if push come to shove, he is not going to do what needs to be done with these people. He isn't.
Just like Batman.
Just and I definitely don't like him. So I mean, but then Tim doesn't even like punch to injure as much. Like,
Really?
no, I don't see him like punching somebody to injure or like putting somebody in the hospital. I don't see that
Hmm.
either. So
I mean, yeah, like I want to knock you out, not put you out of work for 3 weeks. Like,
3 weeks, he even put them out for months.
yeah, no. I remember reading one comic. It was like a auxiliary comic about like the victims of Batman. It was like a self help group or like a support group.
Yeah.
And like it was one dude that had a batarang stuck in his head, and he's like,
Yeah.
it didn't kill me, but it like significantly reduced my brain function. And so now the only kind of job I can get is like henchman work because I can't
Yeah.
cognitively do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Batman really do be Batman has a lot of anger to work through, and he needs to
Yeah.
talk to the lady.
He need to talk. Call the lady. You need to call that
But
lady.
all right, you ready for a game?
Oh, I'm ready.
Ready, ready, ready. All right, this is a new one. We haven't done this one yet. It's
Oh
called
no.
Guess Who,
Oh no.
or I'll think of the name because it's not always going to be a who. This time it is a person, a
Okay.
fictional character, but it's not always going to be a who. Sometimes it's going to be like a show or something like that. But I'll read you the rules.
Okay.
All right, all right. Let me pull them up here. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. All right, so I am going to describe, and it's going to be a horrible description. I'm going to like take out a lot of details. I'm going to like change stuff around, not say other things because you got to guess, right? I got to make it hard.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to poorly describe a show, character, comic, anime, whatever, and you, Jared, must guess what it is. I'm gonna give you the category, which I already have. It is a fictional character, and I'll break the description into 2 parts, 3 parts. I'll break the description into 3 parts, and every part will give a little bit more detail. You can make a guess after any part, and you can change your guess after any part. But after I read the third part, you can change your guess or whatever, but you locked in after the third part, whatever you make your guess as. You only get one guess. You can
Okay.
change it after each part, but after your part number 3, you locked in.
All right. Let's go.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
So, my parents died when I was very young, and I was raised by a very nice couple. And as a child, I began to notice that I was like really different from the other kids around me. I was much more capable than they were. I was stronger in but my adoptive parents loved me all the same. They advised me to hide my uniqueness and only, and live to do good.
I'm gonna go with Clark Kent.
Okay. Okay. All right. As I grew, I became even stronger, even more different from my peers. And at one point, I learned my origins and that my adoptive parents had been hiding a huge secret from me. My original home was much further away than I could ever know. Eventually, I left home and moved to the city to pursue a career. While there, I began to follow my parents' advice and became a paragon for good, while at the same time, I was a mild-mannered everyman that no one noticed.
Okay, I'm sticking with Clark Kent.
Okay. My name grew, and I became a symbol for peace in my city and the world. I would be called on to solve all sorts of problems in my pursuit to do good. I also made enemies, the worst of which was a bald man whose sole purpose was to be rid of me so that he could carry out his evil schemes. He would constantly exploit my sole weakness, a mineral from my home that I was deathly allergic to.
That word allergic. Um, well, I'm not a doctor, so I'm gonna stick with Clark Kent Superman, and that's my final answer.
Okay. And it is Superman, Jerry. Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you. That
job,
that was
Jerry.
kind of easy though. That was kind of
Yeah,
easy.
that was easy. I realized, I wanna like ease you into some of these games. Like that one, you get the idea. Okay, the next one will be harder.
Okay.
All right, I might use AI to like shake up the descriptions, but
All
I'll
right.
I'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, dope. So time for a break. Word from our sponsors.
Oh wait, that was only one?
Yeah, that's the game. Easy peasy.
Okay. So yeah, time for a sponsor. We will be right back after this quick break. Oh my god. All right, Demarcus. So let's continue on with all these Robins. I want to go into talking about Duke Thomas. We love Duke here at BGE. He is the only black person on this list from Game Rants. He is the signal. Although Duke Thomas has never fought crime under the alias of Robin, the signal acts as the Robin to Batman in recent DC continuity. I don't know that word. After his parents were killed by the Joker, he joined the We Are Robin movement and donned the iconic R. Batman eventually took him under his wing, but he declined on becoming a Robin. But he declined on him becoming a Robin, choosing to form his own identity, the Signal. This is a reference to his metahuman ability of photokinesis, meaning he can manipulate, absorb, and redistribute both light and shadow. As a Robin-like character with powers, he is deserving of a high ranking. Yeah, this one is a good one. He is the only black person on this list. He's the
Mm-hmm.
only one with powers. He can still do all the hard detective work. He can be up there with Tim with that detective work. Um, he has longevity. You know, we see him in the future with Black Lightning. He is,
Ooh,
yeah, he is a great person. We desperately need more of him in DC. I don't know why we don't
yeah. Like
have stories with him.
I think I read where he was introduced. I think he was introduced in like Robins, that comic.
Yes.
Um,
His first episode was Batman 21 in 2013, but then
mhm.
his main issue was We Are Robins. Yes.
Yeah, we are Robin. Okay, yeah. And I was fucking with him then. And
Hmm.
before they revealed he had like a metahuman ability. And I was
Right.
like, oh, I want to read more about this guy. And I just didn't. He wasn't showing up in anything else after the We Are Robin. So I was still disappointed.
Yeah. Most recently, he has been a part of the Outsiders, Batman's offshoot group of lesser known
Mm.
heroes saving the world. But that's where I saw him last, and he needs to come back. I don't know why DC doesn't put him in more things because we want to see him desperately. He wasn't even in the Black History Month comic, that was just out this past week. So yeah, DC, we need more of Duke. All
Okay.
right. Let's talk about Dexter Dent, probably the most surprising Robin in the recent Flashpoint Beyond series at DC. Flashpoint universe has been expanded, and Thomas Wayne as the Batman character has been explored further. In this world, Bruce Wayne was killed, and the rift he left behind forced his father to become Batman and his mother to become the Joker. So this darker version of Batman had his own protege, Dexter Dent, son of Harvey Dent, who was saved by Batman and the Joker after his mother tried to kill him. So, Gilda Dent. Dexter now serves as a loyal partner to Batman and has adopted his more merciless style of crime fighting and is well on his way to becoming the best Robins. Dexter is a G. I want to know more about Dexter as well. He is the only person that I think could give Damien a run for his money. I am loving, like, we only got to see Dexter in that one little comic. I need to see more of him immediately.
Dexter? I have
Dexter,
never heard of Dexter.
yeah.
And you say he's the son of which Batman? Or no, he's
So,
the son of Harvey Dent, and he
yeah.
teamed up with which Batman?
He's the son of the Flashpoint Batman, which is Thomas Wayne.
Got you.
Mhm.
Got you.
And in this universe, Thomas Wayne runs a casino, and his Alfred is the Penguin. So,
Right. And so where did this son come from? Because like Bruce Wayne dies. Where's Dexter
mhm.
Dent come from?
um, he's Harvey Dent's child.
You just said he was the son of Thomas Wayne.
No, no, no. He is the
He
protege of
teams up with
Thomas.
Thomas Wayne.
Yes, he teamed
Okay.
up because Gilda was in jail and Harvey was I think Harvey got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
So he was an orphan again.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, here's one. Let's talk about the Drake Winston. A lot of people don't know about Drake Winston. The Batman 89 universe that resides in DC multi-universe is inspired by the 1989 Tim Burton movie Batman starring Michael Keaton. In this universe,
Mm.
Batman patrols Gotham, dishing out harsh justice, and Drake Winston was a low-level vigilante who spent his days repairing cars and his nights soaking in the dark, protecting his neighborhood. So he and Batman would meet after Drake saved Harvey Dent from a burning building. And impressed by the Dark Knight skills, Duke offered to be his partner, and the two now protect Gotham together as Batman and Robin. So the
Hmm.
really funny thing about this is that um, Marlon Wayans was supposed to be him in Batman Returns, the sequel to the
He was supposed to be
original
Duke
Batman.
Thomas.
Yeah, no, not Duke Thomas, but what's his name? Winston. Yeah, Drake Winston. So he was
Okay.
supposed to be Drake Winston in the original Batman sequel with Catwoman, but I guess that didn't
But
fall
yeah,
through.
yeah. Obviously, it didn't happen. But
Yeah.
huh? That's I don't. Marlon Wayans, you said?
hmm
I don't know if I would have enjoyed that.
Wait, am I talking about the right Wayans? Is Marlon or Sean? Let me just look.
I don't think I would have. Maybe Sean. Maybe I would enjoy Sean. The reason I wouldn't enjoy
Yeah, it was
uh
Marlon.
the reason I wouldn't enjoy Marlon is because I see him as a super silly character,
Mm.
and I
But
don't know if I would have enjoyed that.
but you just said you like Silly Robins.
But so if you were talking about Marlon Wayans being Tim Drake, maybe. I don't know this Drake Winston dude, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I would have loved to see it. I would have really enjoyed to see it. That's a shame that it didn't get a chance to see the light of day. But yeah, yeah, I would have loved to see it.
Yeah.
All right, here is another one. In the year 2040, Bruce Wayne retired from being Batman and passed the mantle on to Terry McGinnis, better known as Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond originally debuted as an animated TV show,
Wait
but
a minute. Wait a minute. I think we can skip Terry because he was never a Robin. He's a Batman. Period.
I'm not going to talk about Terry.
Okay. Okay. All right. Continue.
Batman Beyond originally debuted as an animated show, but became a permanent feature of DC Comics thanks to its fans. So Terry McGinnis initially donned the Batman title after stealing a shoot from his Batcave, with hard work and dedication. Um, he began patrolling Neo Gotham. So Matt McGinnis is Terry's brother, and
Yep.
he and has joined his brother as his Robin and has remained a loyal partner of the new dynamic duo. So
Okay,
as
Matt McGinnis.
yeah, as a an avid watcher of Batman Beyond, I've seen every episode. And I read some of the
Same.
comics. Uh,
Did not read the comics.
uh, Matt McGinnis is somebody that has the ability to be explored. I don't really like him enough. Like I like, this Dent or
You
one of
said he has the ability to be a what now?
be explored for me. For me.
Oh, be explored. I don't like from what I remember of Matt McGinnis in the series, which is the only place I know him from. Why is he a Robin? Like you were just like an annoying little brother.
Yeah. I I'm not sure, but I think that he stumbled onto Terry's his secret identity.
Of
And
course he
then
did, because
he
he a
was
nosy
like,
motherfucker.
you got to put me in, or I'm gonna tell mom, or something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But didn't his mom find out in the series?
I'm not sure, child. I read this comic book a long time ago, and I
Mm,
read so much stuff. But yeah, I would like to see Matt McGinnis explored more, just not in the Batman Beyond universe, you know?
just not in the Batman Beyond. No, I want to see it in the Batman Beyond. I want to see where he belongs in his natural habitat.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I guess. All right. I'm gonna talk about one more Robin because it looks like
One
we're
more
almost at time.
Robin.
All right. King Robin. King Robin is the Robin to the Batman Who Laughs, the twisted
Mm-hmm.
version of Bruce Wayne who became the Joker in Earth 22. He was sprayed with the Joker spray, and then he
Mm-hmm.
became the Joker after the Joker died. So King Robin was the leader of his group of Robins who were infected versions of the character. King
Mm-hmm.
Robin is also a version of Bruce Wayne who killed his parents and blamed it on the mugger. He took the Robin guise as he heard the birds chirping, and it reminded him of a cheer, which is what he felt when he murdered his parents. King Robin is certainly the evilest iteration of this character.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
he's cool. And in the comic book, he
I
was,
feel I feel like I would like to read about him. I would like to read about this guy.
yeah.
King Robin. Because King Robin is actually just like a young Bruce Wayne, right? Kicking ass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Very devious. Very devious. And he was kicking all of the Justice League's butts. All of them. Easily. Very, very, very easily. And he first appeared in Dark Knight's Death Metal 2, which was a little series, where they brought everybody together to fight off this big evil. So
Uh-huh.
he was in Death Metal 2 in September 2020. I like seeing him. He was really good. He was really,
Wait,
really
wait,
good.
wait, wait. You said in death metal?
Death Metal 2. Yes.
Okay. He's an actor. All right.
Yeah.
You ready for the next activity?
Uh-oh.
You ready for the next game, Jared?
I'm ready. Ready as I ever be.
Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. So we're gonna play Cream of the Crop. We played this one a few times before, but I'll read the rules for you anyway. Mm-mm-mm. So I find a list of the top 10 things. And these could be characters, special moves, or anything else. You got to guess the top 5 with 6 guesses. Each guess is worth a number of points, and you need 10 points to win.
I hate this game.
Understood?
Yeah.
Bet. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, cool. Where is my list? Here we go. So, what we are doing today, per our episode, you are going to guess the top 10 Robins of all Robins. This I will say this list is an amalgamation of lists on the internet. Because sometimes it would be like, oh, like we like Burt Ward, and I'm just like, he is this particular Robin. He is an actor playing this particular Robin. So to me, that is not a different Robin. That is, I forget who he was. I think he was Dick Grayson in those old ass movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. So you are guessing the Robins
Mm-hmm.
and not the actors that play Robin. So
All
if
right.
it's Dick Grayson, it's Dick Grayson. But I will say there's a delineation between if you want to make these delineations, if you can be like, oh, it's Dick Grayson of Earth 2, different from Dick Grayson of Earth 626.
Um,
But I will
let me,
say you don't have to think that hard.
all right. So these are comic book Robins.
Comic book Robins.
All right. So, um, and I gotta write these down in the chat.
You don't necessarily have to write them down. I'll write them down as we go.
Okay, okay. So I am going to say, first, Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson. Number one, you don't even like Dick that much. Well, yes, you do. You like his outfit.
Yeah, but this is like not mine. This is an all of the internet. The
Yeah. And,
yes,
I mean, I guess Dick Grayson would rank pretty high because he's like the very first one. So he's the one most people know about.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And you like that outfit. I don't see why he had no cakes or nothing. He was just almost naked.
I mean, look, that's the best outfit in all of comic book history, I think.
Because if you put
Hands.
Buffy the Body in a Robin outfit, boy.
All
Anyway, please continue.
right. All right. So Dick Grayson, I'm gonna go with Damian Wayans. Wayans?
Damien.
Damian Wayne.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Tim Drake.
All right.
Uh I am going to go with uh
Yeah, the top three is easy.
who's Red
It's
Robin?
easy to guess the top three. Or, I mean, it might be
Jason.
easy to guess the top four.
Yeah,
Because I
Jason
think,
Todd.
really? I mean, it makes sense to put them on your list because they are the main Robins, right?
Yeah. All right, and this is where it gets kind of hard.
But who
um,
knows where they rank for all of the internet? Because some people could be like you and be like, oh, I don't fuck with Tim. Some
exactly,
people,
exactly.
Damian. I don't think Damian Wayne is pretty new, but he is one of the newer main Robins. So,
Goodness. So Stephanie Brown was a Robin for a hot second in 92, but a
Hmm.
lot of people don't really like her. Um,
But you like her.
no, I don't. I know her as spoiler. I don't know her as a Robin. I wasn't reading comics then. Uh
Mm.
I'm
This
gonna
is your
go ahead.
sixth guess. This is your last guess, by the way.
Oh, this I did five.
Yeah, that was five. You did the four main Robins, Stephanie Brown.
Did I
Who
say
else we
Stephanie
got on the
Brown?
list?
I'm not okay, well,
You
okay.
just said Stephanie Brown.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put Stephanie Brown on the list. And finally, I'm going to go with Starro. Not Starro, but Jarro. Who
Jaro.
yeah, who was this tiny Starro who followed Batman in a Robin costume. He's one of my favorite Robins.
He's one of your favorite Robins. Bet. Bet,
Yeah,
bet, 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 bet,
so
bet. All right. Let da-da-da-da-da. Hold up, hold up. I am seeing an error. Let me make a correction. Not the one. So anyway, let's talk about your list. Are any of these answers you like super confident in, and some of them you're like less confident in?
the first four, I'm very confident they're gonna be on this list. The last two, I'm not as confident, but I'm just locking them in anyway.
Okay, okay. Why aren't you confident about the last two?
Because people across the internet aren't really happy with Stephanie Brown for some reason.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't think that Starro, well, Jarro, he's kind of like a deep cut, but he was in the main Justice League series for a long time until he went away. So I'm just gonna say those two.
Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So you locking them in. You lock even though you don't think people know who Jaro is, you're gonna lock them in anyway.
Yes.
All
I I
right.
I have already gotten in my mind I'm probably not gonna win this one, but we got all year to
Why are
um
you not confident in yourself?
I'm just not.
All right. Errors are corrected. List locked in. Any final changes, final comments? You don't think you're
No.
going to win? I don't know why you're not confident in yourself, Jared. You should believe in yourself, even if no one else believes in you. I'm
No.
starting with number 10. Number 10 for 1 point is King Robin, the Robin, the twisted Bruce Wayne who killed his parents and became a Robin.
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Number 9 is Damian Wayne.
Mm.
I guess a lot more people agree with me than you thought that we don't really like this. A ruthless killer can't team up with a ruthless maimer because Batman don't really killing people like that and expect us to like enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, at least that's my perspective. It's like I need somebody to balance him out, not egg him on. Uh, so yeah, that's that. Number 8 is Carrie Kelly, who I can't believe didn't make it on your list.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Carrie Kelly is? I think
No.
she also came from like the We Are Robin's joint. Anyway, number 7 is Drake Winston. You did not put him on your list either. After you talked him up a little bit.
Because
Number
like he's
6,
not technically a ramen, but I mean I guess. Okay.
number 6, Matt McGinnis. I guess a lot more people knew about him than I did because I knew who he was, but I was like, he's just like he's Batman's little brother that doesn't know his brother's Batman.
Yeah.
Uh, but number 5, Stephanie Brown. Good job,
Okay,
Jared.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Surprising, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Number 4 is Duke Thomas, who I also couldn't believe wasn't on your list.
Dang.
Like he should have been on your list purely because he was black, Jared.
Yeah.
If you over here rooting for people purely because they gay, you got to root for people purely because they black too.
I mean, but
It's
this
only
is something of the whole internet. So I gotta thank the whole internet.
I mean, yeah, and like people fuck with diversity. He's the only black Robin. Is he not? Does he not deserve his slot? What you trying to say?
I mean, he deserves his slot, but Batman didn't give him the title of Robin. So
But he was dubbed Robin by who did the We Are Robins thing? Damian or was it Dick?
um I think this is that group of kids decided to call themselves Robin, and then Damian came in and started being like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He was dubbed by Damian. Damian said, cool. Pompey, Pompao, you are now a Robin.
Poop hey, poop out.
um, number 3 is Tim Drake. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Number 2, Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Also pretty obvious. I don't
Yeah.
like that Jason is higher than Tim. I want it to be the other way around, but he has a
Mhm.
more Jason has a richer story, so I'll let it slide. And the number 1 Robin of them all,
Dick Grayson.
of course, the originator,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
innovator, the first and the last Dick Grayson, Richard Dick Grayson. Jarro is not on the list.
I
I
know.
did see him on some lists as a Robin, but I didn't think folks was gonna really fuck with that. Not enough for him to be in the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you ready to add it up?
Yes.
All right, bet. So your top 5 answers get you 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 points, Jared, with the top 5 answers. You are lucky I give you 6 guesses. You should be thanking me because you still win the game with Stephanie Brown. Wait, no, never. Hold on. I'm sorry. Never mind. Your top 5 answers get you 11 points.
Okay.
Because Jarro was your 6th. You're good.
Okay.
You won this one legit with
Okay.
only 5 guesses. That's
All
what's
right.
up. I'm impressed.
I mean,
I'm
I
impressed.
still won, but I could have won easier if I just
You
went with
could have had more points.
yeah. If I
Yeah.
just went with who I liked. But see that whole internet thing be scaring me every single time. Oh my
I mean,
God.
you have to realize that people are not that different from yourself.
Mm.
Like in mass, people are not that different. Specifically though, yeah, it can get wild. But this is not just us asking one other person. It's asking everybody.
Mm.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, one more break, and then I think we can close it out. What you think?
Well, you want to do everybody's favorite part?
Oh, we're gonna do questions, of course, but I'm saying we can one more break, questions, close it out.
Okay, great. So we'll be back. BGE commercial? It's Jared here, and before we go more in depth with our geeky discussions, I want to talk to you about something important. Life's an epic quest, full of twists and turns. But guess what? We got a partner for you in this adventure, BetterHelp. You heard it right. BetterHelp.com will connect you with a licensed therapist who gets it. Whether you're battling real life feelings or just need someone to chat with, BetterHelp is your quest guide. So, fellow geeks, go to betterhelp.com/BGEpod. As a listener, you get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BGEpod. Because leveling up your mental health is just as important as saving the universe. BetterHelp, because even heroes need support. All right, everybody, we're about to do everybody's favorite part the questions. And remember, you can ask your questions at any time by emailing us at blackgeekenergy@gmail.com, Black Geek Energy on Instagram and TikTok, and BGE_pod on Twitter. DeMarcus, let me hit you with an I went through the mailbag and I found one question that I liked. Let me see if I can find it again. Okay. Um, DeMarcus, this is from Amanda in Wisconsin. If you could rewrite the ending of any geeky or nerdy TV show or anime or movie, um, or comic, just any geeky or nerdy story, which one would you choose and how would you change it?
Immediately, Game of Thrones.
Mm,
Immediately.
mm,
That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I talk about rewrites because I love Game of Thrones so much. Only for them to like rush through the ending and make it trash. I was like, you just ruined a whole show. Like we're like 5 seasons of amazing, and then you just decided to jump off a cliff with it. How would I change it? I would, John, from when John comes back to life, he goes down, joins up with old
Daenerys?
girl. Yeah, joins up with Daenerys. Um, I would make it so that because when it went to Cersei, it was like, "Hey, the dead folks are coming. We need your help." I would make it so that Cersei sticks to her word when she was like, "No, I'm not helping you. You go fight the dead men, and I'll clean up whatever's left."
Mm-hmm.
I would make it so that John, John and Daenerys, that whole thing is happening, and they're fighting the dead men. But while that's happening, Cersei comes and starts attacking John's army too.
Mm.
Yeah, because I think that's a more Game of Thrones thing to happen. Cersei to come in and just like start fucking shit up. Uh, so they're trying to fight a war on two fronts. More main characters die. I don't know which ones. But they have to live in this for a time. They have to live in this during in this time where like most of the people or like the army of the dead, the White Walkers are like sweeping across the country and just killing everybody. And so they're setting up these safe havens at different parts. Like maybe John gets away, maybe Daenerys. They kill the dragon that was turned into an undead,
Okay.
but another one dies.
Oh
It doesn't
no.
become an undead, but it still dies. So there's only one dragon left. and this and the main dragon dies. Like the what's his name?
I don't remember their names, but like the biggest one.
Yeah, the biggest one dies. And like just regular dies. Because like Cersei like hits it with something and kills it. Um so it
Wait, but
doesn't
she only
but
had one dragon at the end, right?
no, she had two at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, but one of the biggest one dies. But it doesn't become an undead because they figure out a way to like bless bodies or something so that the White Walkers can't get them.
Mm-hmm.
Or they got to burn the bodies. They already know that, so they burn that body before the White Walkers can get to it. And so it's you got John and Daenerys kind of like holding up on that island she was on, and they're making like dragon glass weapons. The White Walkers are trying to get to him, but they set up some kind of like thing where they can't do it. They can't get to him. They have Bran doing his little magic shit. Arya is trying to like assassinate Cersei of her own like Arya's just like doing her own thing, following her list, like killing the folks that she was always meant to kill. And Cersei is like setting up her own camp, like, oh, I should be queen. I should like control, the seven kingdoms or whatever, just doing bullshit still. Like lamenting the death of all her children. And that pirate dude, she takes that pirate dude as a husband, gets pregnant with his baby, and she hates him the entire time.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I'd watch it.
Uh, he still hasn't written that last book, right?
I don't think so.
Hmm, that's sad.
I don't think he's going to.
I don't think he's going to either. I gotta go with Lost. Lost that final season. I
Mm-hmm.
did really enjoy it. Um, but I don't really know what happened. It's been like so many years since Lost, but I would say that final season, it need to be something better than everybody's been dead the whole time and they're in purgatory. So I,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, I'll go with Lost. All right, DeMarcus, this is going to be a different one. I did not go in the mailbag for this. I actually went to Twitter, and I went to Six Brown Chicks. And I want to ask you a question that her fans asked her. Well, their fans asked them. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. His girlfriend of 1.5 years was the
Oh, this is a
bridesmaid.
dilemma.
Yeah, this is it's a dilemma. It's very different for us. It's
Gotcha,
it's
gotcha, gotcha.
it's it's that podcast right now. His girlfriend
I
of
guess.
1.5 years was the bridesmaid in her best friend's wedding. I knew she was the woman I married, and my intent was to propose her at our apartment after the wedding. Three of my fraternity brothers served as groomsmen at the wedding reception. Three of my fraternity brothers served as groomsmen. At the wedding reception, one of my frat brothers pulled me aside and asked, "You hitting it too?" I said, "Yeah, I'm locking her down." He looked sick and told me that my girlfriend insisted that they run a train on her at the bachelor party. I didn't believe him. He brought another frat over to confirm, and this fraternity brother had pictures. He said she wanted her private orgy with the groomsmen because the groom turned her down. He probably added three words I'll never forget: "We hit raw." My girlfriend raced over to pull me away from them so we could dance. I left her at the reception. She called me. Guess what I found out today? Her drunk about my brain tumor. I'm sorry I hit it. It's aggressive, and it's nothing I can do at this point but live. Can we at least be good to each other and have fun while I'm still here? The tumor is real. She also has miracle marijuana for the pain, and surgery isn't an option at this point. She asked me to marry her before the end so she can leave this world as a respected married woman and make her father proud. I can't stand with her as my bride, knowing that she lightly F every man in the room. What's your advice?
Let me just go back through this so I can make sure I got it straight. This dude met this girl at somebody else's wedding, right?
Yes.
Okay. And they've been dating
No,
for a
no,
year and a
no, no,
half.
no, 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 no. They were already boyfriend and girlfriend of 1.5 years. So then
Mm-hmm.
so then she was the bridesmaid at this wedding.
Right?
Yeah. And then there um she asked he found out that she had sex with three of the fraternity brothers.
And the three fraternity brothers were groomsmen at this wedding.
Yes.
And she did this because another groomsman, or the groom turned her down.
Yes. Let me just read it again.
No, no, no. You gotta go back through it. You gotta go back through it. So
Okay.
boyfriend, girlfriend for a year and a half. They go to a friend's wedding, I'm assuming. One of the guy's friends, since all his fraternity brothers are there. One his girlfriend tries to smash the groom. Oh, she was at the bachelor party. So this is before the wedding. He just found out at the wedding. At
Yeah.
the bachelor party, she tries to smash the groom. The groom is like, "Nah, I'm getting married tomorrow, whatever."
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, well, groomsmen, it's an open. The kitchen is open. Feed help yourself." And they do,
Mhm.
and they into to add insult to injury. This all happens without protection.
Yes.
But now she has a brain tumor, and
Well, he's
She's
just
like,
finding
"Oh,
out that she has a brain tumor.
yeah, we're finding out. Never just finding out.
Yeah.
Oh, he just found out.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like, "Oh, I got a brain tumor. I want you to marry me before I die, so I can leave this world a respected woman." Don't marry her, bro. Don't marry her.
Yeah.
Confront her. Like, confront her about that shit. Be like, "Hey, look, this is what I found out. What the fuck?" And like I wouldn't no. Like she's saying marry her. Like if y'all want to work through it, that's on you. That is not something that I would be able to work through. Like you tried to smash my homie on at his bachelor party, knowing he about to get married. First off, he tried to smash one of my friends. What are we doing? Why are we even having a conversation at this point? I can't trust you. So yeah, I'll be like, no, I'm not marrying you. This relationship is over. We can still have conversations and see if we can work something out. But at this point, I'm all the way out. That's what I would do. My advice to him, and it's a year and a half, man. Don't do that shit, man. Break up and move on. It's a fucking year and a half.
I agree with DeMarcus somewhat. If the man doesn't like this girl anymore because of her actions, then uh he does need to end their relationship. But but I do not want to fault this woman for having fun during her last days, you know.
Sure, sure. If that's all we want to say, if she were a single woman and she was doing this shit, I ain't gonna throw no stones at you, my girl. Hey, do your thing. But you've made a commitment of exclusivity to this man, and last days or not, that shouldn't have happened. That should have been a conversation with your partner first. You should have been like, "Hey, babe, got this brain tumor. I'm dying soon. I really want to do some fuck shit before I go. I want to fuck your homeboy, and if that don't pan out, my backup plan is to like fuck 3 of your homeboys,
Yes,
and I
I
want them
do
to all
believe
hit raw."
I do believe a conversation should have been had. I'm not
And
gonna.
then and then he could have walked away from the relationship like, "Oh, cool. No, I'm not about that." Um, and everybody could have been happy because then she gets to have her train, and he doesn't have to look like a fool. Yeah, man, I feel for you, bro. Um, yeah, don't marry that girl. Have a conversation with her if you want to, but for me, that's enough of a betrayal where I could just like never talk to you again.
I mean, but
Like after a
then
year and a half, just ghost.
I agree. But then I have to say, what about your fraternity brothers? Because they also hit your girlfriend and they didn't do it with protection. But
Yeah, I'm be
you
mad. I'm be mad
also
as
need
fuck.
to
I'm
ghost
be mad
them
as fuck at
as
them too.
well.
I'm be mad at them for a long time, and I probably won't invite them to my wedding.
Mm.
Um, but the way I think about these things is that they're not the ones in a relationship. It's not their responsibility to
Well, he didn't
maintain
say
or
that
protect.
in this letter, so we don't because she already tried to go to the groom with
Mhm.
and he was most definitely in a relationship, so we don't know the status of these other three guys.
Sure, but what I'm saying is that it's not their responsibility to maintain my relationship with my girlfriend.
Yes, true, true.
Like if my girlfriend is going out every night getting drunk, it's no one else. It's not their responsibility to handle that. She is not their responsibility. She is not their partner. She has no commitments to them. She has commitments to me. So it's not their responsibility to maintain her commitments to me. Like if
I
they
mean,
do, great, and I love them even more as my fraternity brothers. But if they don't, I'm pissed. But that was never your responsibility in the first place.
but wouldn't you as their friend, as their fraternity brother, expect them to, this is my girlfriend and you see her drunk, so help her out a little bit. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
expect
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. But also my fraternity brothers, the people who I have done the line thing with, I I would expect them to fuck. Cause like Yo, I mean, cause like I know the guys I hang around and the guys I spend time with. Like they and odds are they would have been told me like, hey man, your girl kind of wild, bro. Like she be doing a whole lot. So I don't know if you want to really make that your girl. I don't know what you're trying to do. Like they would have warned me at some point. Maybe not like, hey, I'm finna fuck your girl, bro, but like they like
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I put all fault on this woman.
Don't
And if
I don't see how you
this
can put all fault on the woman because you have to have
all
sex.
fault
No, you have
on
to have
this woman.
sex. It takes two to have sex. And this time
Yeah.
it took four. So
Yeah.
it's not all fault on her. It
No,
can't
no,
be.
we're not talking about the sex. Like both of them are responsible for the sex. Like both the all y'all made this decision. We're talking about this dude being hurt by her having sex with somebody else. Four
No, no,
other
no, not somebody else. Your
four,
fraternity brother.
three fraternity brothers. Yeah, three fraternity brothers
Yes, of yours. Well,
of
not
mine. Yeah, but
yours, but of this
his.
guy's.
I mean,
Yes.
I still feel the same, Jared. This all of the responsibility of this falls on her. All the responsibility is on her for this relationship.
Mm.
And like I said, I will be pissed at my brothers. I will not speak to them for an undisclosed amount of time, an undetermined amount of time. I ain't gonna fuck with them at all. But you know, I'm not gonna denounce the organization.
No,
And then when it comes to fraternities, like everybody, you know, they're your fraternity brothers, but everybody is not your friend still. You know, like
yes, I do
fraternity
know.
brothers, it's like some of them, especially when it be these long ass lines, like 50 people, like, yeah, number 38 through like 40 are
I,
cool, but they don't know number one like that.
I mean, if you're all being invited to the wedding, you think that these core one, two, three,
But this is
you and
somebody
then the
else's wedding.
groom
It wasn't
are
his wedding.
no, yeah, I know. So like the groom, you and the three have to be like the best of friends to be invited to this wedding. Like y'all must keep up with
Nah,
each
nah, nah,
other.
nah, nah.
Because
No,
you
no, no,
don't
no. Because
invite the
I
full
went
line.
to listen, bro. I'm trying to explain it to you a little bit. And then they're fraternity brothers. This not doesn't necessarily mean that they were on the same line. So if they weren't on the same line, they might as well be cousins that don't know each other like that.
Not at a wedding.
Bro, because I went to Mike McCall's wedding and I didn't know hella people there. But a lot of them were in the same organization or shins.
But you're not Mike McCall. Mike McCall knew everybody.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. He was in the same situation where he was at somebody else's wedding, and his three fraternity brothers were at the bachelor party, and his girl was at the bachelor party. So maybe his girl is friends with the groom, and so she's also friends with these other three fraternity brothers, but he ain't that cool with them.
No, no,
So he
no.
didn't
It
get the invite
said
to the
that
bachelor party.
the groom was a part of this fraternity too.
Yeah, but that don't mean he know them like that. Like we like me and you are in the same fraternity as Justin Thomas.
And I know Justin
You
Thomas.
know, I know Justin Thomas. Oh, you're a lot closer to him than I am.
Yeah.
You are a lot closer to him than I am. But
Um,
exactly my point. Exactly my point. What do you think
so
you should do?
so
You've already said
I
it. Go ahead.
I definitely do not think that all this I agree with you on everything except for the fact that all blame is on the woman because it needs to be all blame for this situation on everybody. Like if I'm in a relationship, like if I ever get in a relationship, which probably is gonna happen. But if I was ever in a relationship and you are my friend and you are doing this, like after you
It
do
didn't say
that,
they were friends. It
obviously,
said they were fraternity brothers.
I mean, is that a
A
step
distinction that
higher
makes a
than
difference.
friends?
Nah,
But
nah.
okay, if I even know you, and if we have broken bread together,
Okay, there we go.
then um, then I expect you as this acquaintance to respect my relationship. And then because you didn't, then it's a step below on site with you and me,
Mm-hmm.
because you obviously don't respect me, obviously.
Or maybe he just
And
didn't. Maybe he just don't respect that relationship.
then you do not respect me. Like the relationship is a part of me. Like
Hmm. I don't think you
like
should define yourself with your relationships.
no, you shouldn't define yourself with your relationship, but the relationship is what you're doing at that time. Like you cannot say, Um, I respect you as my line, but I respect you as this, but I don't respect your relationship, so I'm gonna have sex with your girlfriend. No,
Hmm.
no. So yeah, that's the only part I disagree with you. I think that with everything else, we agree. But I do have sympathy for the girl who is who is dying of this brain tumor. Maybe they should just stay together while she's dying. But yeah, they definitely
So
need to
now,
talk.
not only do I have to find a way to get past that you cheated on me with with three people, and tried to make it four. I have to now take care of you in your last days as you become more and more, um, you know, as you basically break down more and more every day from this brain tumor. So at a certain point, I'm gonna be like wiping your ass and shit.
That's love.
It ain't love no more.
Marcus. I never
Anyway,
known you to be this cold.
oh. Anyway, third question. You ready?
Yes.
And this is a question from me to you because it's your birthday.
Oh no.
Woo!
Okay.
How old are you? No, I'm just playing. um, if you could celebrate your birthday with, let's keep it relevant with any Robin. Which Robin would it be, and what would y'all do?
One.
You can pick more than one. It's your birthday. You can have whatever you want.
All right. I'll just do um Tim Drake
Mm-hmm.
and the Signal. And his real name is
Duke Thomas.
Duke Thomas. Yeah. Tim Drake and Duke Thomas. Oh, and Dick Grayson because he got the money. So Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, and Duke Thomas. I would want them to be there.
So,
Um,
what would y'all do? Yeah, what would y'all do?
I Dick is just the sugar daddy. He is paying for everything while I'm looking cute. I really think that as a Robin, me and Tim would have the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
I
he's the
think
one that will fuck you.
no, because I'm looking at Dick. Dick is the
You
cute
gonna be
cute.
looking at Dick either way.
Dick Grayson, Richard Grayson. Um, and Duke has got to be there. I think he's the one that I relate to. So I think that the gay Robin and the black Robin has got to be there with me. Um,
Because their powers combined equals one black gay Robin.
yeah, yeah. So
Oh
so
shit.
yeah, so yeah. I
And then
definitely
yeah, and I
think that
figured you said Dick Grayson just so he can play for it all. And you can and I feel like you would ask him to dress up in the original Robin costume.
I would ask to put it on. I would
Where
ask to
is
put it
he
on.
where is he pulling the money from then? Or does he have a credit card that he's tucking somewhere?
He has over $1 billion from Alfred, so he getting it from somewhere. I
Oh,
don't
he got
care
the
where.
utility belt on, so I guess all that is filled with money.
Yeah. Oh,
And
they're in their Robin costumes. They're not in normal
I'm
costumes.
asking you because you just said you gonna ask Dick to dress up in the original Robin joint.
Yeah, but I thought that was I was gonna ask Dick if I could dress up in the original Robin joint.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. And so
But I would
everybody's
like
just
to
wearing
see
regular
him in it.
clothes.
I would like to see him in it as well.
Who?
Dick. In
So
fact,
y'all
like,
both so y'all both gonna dress up in the original Robin costumes, and then what?
I mean, no, all four of us can actually dress up in it, actually. And you
Y'all
know,
gotta go to like uh I don't know gay clubs in Atlanta. But y'all gotta go to a gay club at that point. I feel like your outfits limit what you can do on your birthday at that point.
yeah, yeah, I believe we would have fun. I believe
Mm-hmm.
we would have fun. We go to Bulldogs,
Oh yeah, Bulldogs. That's
even
fun.
though that's not the gay club for Dick and Tim. Uh yeah, we go to Bulldogs and have fun.
Okay. All right.
I think we go to Vendor with Dick's credit card
Okay.
and then we could go to Bulldogs. and then we can go home and
And read y'all Bible.
Sure. Okay, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of Black Geek Energy. Make sure you go on your favorite podcasting platform and rate us 5 stars and also leave a comment. Don't forget to follow us on Black Geek Energy on Instagram and TikTok and BGE on Twitter. Remember, we now have our own YouTube page. You can find that by searching for Black Geek Energy. DeMarcus, is there anything else that we need to talk about?
I want to start leaving the episodes with a message that sort of like relates to the theme of the episode.
Okay.
And for this one, let me think. Look, we've talked about the 4 main Robins. We've talked about a bunch of other Robins. Talked about our favorites. Played a few games. Here's what I want to leave you with.
So this is off the top of the dome.
Yeah, this is off top of my head. Here's what I want to leave you with. Here's what I want to leave y'all with. Jared.
Oh no.
Will hang out with Jared will have sex with 4 Robins, with 3 Robins, but shamed that girl for having sex with 3 groomsmen.
I did not shame
that's
her.
How we were gonna leave it.
I did not shame her. I did not shame her. No. It was wrong, but I'm not shaming her.
Okay. All right. Thanks y'all for listening, man. BGE out. Hey Jared, I know we've talked a lot about Professor X. He comes up all the time, but what's like your main gripe with this man? Because I feel like he's done so much for the mutant community.
My main gripe changes with every new issue of X-Men. Professor X puts himself in all of these horrible situations, and now he is trying to take away the best age of the X-Men. But he has done stuff ever since his inception. And you know what, DeMarcus? I just wish that Professor X had somebody that he could talk to, basically.
I think he has plenty of people. He's in like everybody's head, but it sounds like his heart is always in the right place, even if his methods aren't. But I don't think I'm the person to have that conversation with him. I couldn't tell him like, hey, Professor X, you don't know what you're doing. Like, I know you mean well, but you're really fucking everything up.
Well, as a doctor of psychology, Professor X desperately needs to talk to somebody else who is in psychology to help him with his issues. And you know what? He needs to go straight to betterhelp.com/BGE pod to get a discount on a session. He needs to have somebody talk to him about his rape charges, his underage.
Wait a minute.
His underage girl admirations, putting everybody through that portal, abandoning his son, loving his other son in front of the son that he abandoned. Like, there's so many things that he needs to talk about somebody with, and he has nobody. Because nobody told him that he needs to be the head of this Krakoa. Nobody told him that he needs to be the head of that table. So he needs to talk to somebody today. He needs to go straight to betterhelp.com/BGE pod now.
It does sound like he has this like savior complex, and that's definitely something that the folks at BetterHelp could help him with. You know, if he goes to betterhelp.com/BGE pod, he will get 10% off, but I don't think he needs it. Isn't he like independently wealthy?
No, he has his grandfather's Nazi money, and that's how he is so wealthy.
So there's probably some guilt in there he needs to work through too.
I mean, is it? Is it? Like, let's be for real.
The folks at BetterHelp will know better than we
Yeah, yeah, they'll know
do.
better than we do. But Professor X, if you can hear this, you need to go to betterhelp.com pretty soon because you're getting on my nerves and getting on everybody else's nerves. All right. So betterhelp.com says BGE Pod to get 10% off. And do it now, please. Thank you.